Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are going to discuss about chemical bonding. As usual, we are starting with the basics itself. So in this we are going to discuss about these 5 points first. So the first one is what is chemical bond. Second, how chemical bond will form. Third, why chemical bond has to form. These three are basic terms. Fourth one, during bond formation, role of energy, reactivity and stability. Last one, bond energy. First of all, मैं एक कहानी सुनाता हूं आपको, गौर से समझना. If you can understand this story in a very well manner, then you can understand this concept of today's class in a very well manner. Right? First of all, I have two buses. One bus is the first bus, number 1 bus. देखो, I have one bus here, bus number 1. Bus number 2. In both the buses, boys and girls are there. I am indicating boys as plus, girls as minus. Right? Boys as plus, girls as minus. So plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. In this bus also, second bus, plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. Right? So in the first bus, all plus and minus, that means all boys and girls are brothers and sisters. All boys and girls are brothers and sisters. In the second bus also, all boys and girls are brothers and sisters. So they can't get married. Right? Now, if they want to marry, the people who are there in the first bus can marry the people who are there in the second bus. The people who are there in the second bus can marry the people who are there in the first bus. This is the first condition. So what is bond? If they form one, if they get married each other, if two persons of two buses marry each other, then they form one bond, that is marriage bond. In the same way, if two atoms or two ions can form bond, that is called chemical bond. We don't need to discuss about that, the definition of chemical bond much. But here what happens? How this chemical bond will form? That's the question. Simple. In the same way, just instead of first bus, I have one atom. मान लो it is hydrogen, carbon, anything, any atom you take. Instead of second bus, I have another atom. Every atom has positive and negative charges, we know. Nucleus, protons are there, electrons are there in the orbits. So positive charge is there in the nucleus. And here electron, that is minus, so minus is there here. In the same way, in this atom also, positive charge is there, minus, negative charge is there. They are forming one bond, that is nothing but your chemical bond. But how this bond will form? If this person wants to marry this person, boy can marry a girl, boy cannot marry a boy, girl cannot marry a girl, because force of attraction. One boy can attract to one girl, yes or no? Boy cannot attract towards boy, girl cannot attract towards girl. So in between a boy and a girl, or in between a girl and a boy, there is attraction, force of attraction. So the conclusion is, प्लस एंड माइनस के बीच में attraction is there, force of attraction is there. If two same charges, plus and plus, boy and boy, repulsion, obviously repulsion, there is no attraction. Girl and girl, minus and minus repulsion. That means the conclusion is in between two opposite charges, boy and girl, attraction forces will be there. In between two same gender people, plus and minus, repulsions will be there. Because of this force of attraction, they are getting married, they are forming marriage bond. In the same way, because of the force of attraction between the two opposite charges, here bond is forming. Just like marriage bond, here also bond is forming. Because of repulsions, bond will break. Same gender people cannot marry. Same gender people cannot live their lives. Right? So, in between two opposite charges, bond will form. So, bond is forming. This bond is nothing but your chemical bond. Now, because of force of attraction, bond is forming. So, what is chemical bond is clear, right? And how chemical bond is forming? The reason, force of attraction. Because of force of attraction, chemical bond is forming. And in between two opposite charges, force of attraction is there. In between two same charges, force of repulsion is there. Because of force of attraction, bond is forming. Because of force of repulsion, bond is breaking. This is what and how. Then question is, why chemical bond has to form? Third question, why chemical bond has to form? Tell me. If you are at the age of 14 or 15 years, you are a free bird, right? You are a free bird. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to go to movie, you go to movie without saying at least a single word to your parents, because your blood is boiling now. You have so much of energy. You have so much of force in you. You are doing whatever you want to do because you don't have any responsibilities, so that at this condition, at the 14 or 15 years of age, you don't have stability. You have plenty of force. You fight with anyone. You can do whatever you want to do because you have so much of energy, but you don't have stability. But whenever you are forming bond with some girl, whenever this atom is forming bond with this other atom, with the other atom, getting stability. Why? Now you are doing job. You have to run a family. Now you have responsibilities, right? You are paying fees for your children. So now your energies are decreasing. Your reactivity is decreasing, but your stability is increasing. Your stability is increasing. So the main force is stability. So to get stable, you have to get married. To get stability, you have to get married. In the same way, if any atom wants to get stable state, that atom has to form a bond with the other atom. Has to form bond with other atom. Here see, positive, positive, repulsion, minus, minus, repulsion. But this positive can form bond with this minus, and this positive can form bond with this minus. So in here attraction is there, here attraction is there, here attraction is there. In between two opposite charges, attraction is there. Now, why these two atoms have to form bond? Because to get stability. Here in real life, you are getting stable by marrying a person. But here they have to reach octet state. In periodic table, noble gas configuration is more stable. For suppose you take hydrogen. For suppose you take hydrogen. You take hydrogen. You take carbon. Right? Hydrogen has one s electron, ns1. Noble gas configuration, helium has 2 electrons, ns2. Helium is a noble gas element. It is more stable element. So to reach helium state, it should have 2 electrons. Now it has only 1 electron, so that it will form bond with the electron of carbon. So that it is getting 2 electrons now. It is getting 2 electrons now. So it is becoming stable. So by forming a bond, it is getting stable. In the same way, carbon has NH2 NP2 valency electronic configuration. Right? So valence electronic configuration of carbon is NH2 NP2. So 4 plus X, it should reach 8 because NH2 NP6 noble electronic gas configuration, total 6 plus 2 8, it has to reach 8. So X equal to 8 minus 4, so 4. That means to become stable, carbon has to form 4 bonds. Carbon has to form 4 bonds. So with 4 hydrogens, I have the hydrogen here, hydrogen here, hydrogen here, hydrogen here. So it is forming bond here, it is forming bond, it is forming bond because it has 4 electrons initially, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now because of forming bond with the hydrogen, it is also getting 2, 2, 2, 2. So carbon has 8 electrons now, octet fulfilled, so it is stable. Hydrogens, every hydrogen is stable because every hydrogen is reaching helium state, helium configuration, 2 electrons. So this molecule is stable. So if you take any molecule, they have to reach octet configuration because octet configuration is very stable configuration. So that they has to, so to get stability, they form bond. For example, you take NH3, lone pair. Initially, it has a lone pair, 5 electrons, NH2 NP3 nitrogen. So 3 electrons here, right? Total 5 electrons are there. So 5 plus X equal to 8. So X equal to 8 minus 5, so 3. So it has to form 3 bonds. So hydrogens are there. With hydrogen, 3 hydrogens, 3 bonds. Now 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So octet completed. So it is stable. So to get stability, even it is a marriage life or any element life, so to get stability, they have to form bonds, right? So what is chemical bond cleared? How chemical bond will form? It is also cleared. Why chemical bond will form? To get a stable octet configuration, to get stable octet state, they form bonds. Clear? Now in this kahani, what happens? Whenever you are forming bond, whenever you are in individual state, your energy is more. I already said you. Your reactivity is more, but you don't have stability. Whenever you are attracting to some other person, whenever you are marrying some other person, you are getting stable. Your energies are decreasing. Your energies are decreasing, but your stability is increasing. So the point here is what you have to remember here. So whenever you are attracting some person, or whenever attractions are high, whenever 2 atoms are coming close to each other, stability of the system is increasing, energy and reactivity is decreasing, just like people, right? So the point here is, you have to remember, point here is, when attractions are increasing between the 2 atoms, what happens? Energy decrease, so that reactivity decrease, but reactivity decrease, so bond is forming. In this case, stability increase, right? So whenever stability is increasing, you are excited. These are very important points, remember. Okay, pay attention. So whenever you are attracting to some person, your responsibilities are increasing, so that your energy decreasing, reactivity decreasing, but your stability increasing because you are earning now. So stability is increasing, so that you are forming bonding with the other person. So just apply the same story to the elements also. Okay, so whenever 2 atoms are coming close to each other, whenever they are trying to form bond with each other, energy of the system is decreasing, reactivity is decreasing, but stability of the system increasing. Whenever stability is increasing, whenever stability increase in your life, you will be excited. Excitement at its peaks. So excitement is nothing but exo. So whenever energy is releasing, during bond formation, energy will release. You will lose your energy because of attractions. Whenever energy is releasing, your stability is increasing. Whenever your stability is increasing, you are excited. That means exhausted. So this is called exothermic. Exothermic, right? This is the first point. Okay, so whenever energy is reducing, this is exothermic. This is very, very important. Next, you and your partner are attracting to each other, coming close to each other. To certain extent, you can attract with each other. But remember, in nature, any two people can attract to each other to some extent only. If you try to attract more and more, then dominations will increase. That is not good at all for any friendship, for anything, right? Whenever you both are trying to attract more and more, trying to come closer more and more, then dominations will high, repulsions will high. Whenever repulsions will high, your bond might break, your marriage bond might break. So whenever you are coming more closer to each other, because of dominations of both of you, you are struggling now. So I have to give some energy from outer side. I have to give some energy to from the outer side, right? To reach more and more closer, to get more and more closer. So whenever you are more attracting, whenever you both are coming, whenever two atoms are coming towards each other more and more, what happens? What happens? Here atom is there, here atom is there, here electron is there, here electron is there. They are maintaining distance. They are attracting, they are forming bond, but still they are maintaining some distance. But they are come very closer to each other, very closer to each other. Now because of these two electrons, because of the two same charges, they are repelling each other. Bond might break. This is not possible. This is not stable state. So you have to give energy. You have to give energy to attract each other. Right? So in repulsion, what happens? In repulsion, what happens? To make them attract more and more, you have to give energy. So when repulsions increase, what happens? Energy increase. Just opposite to this, reactivity increase, stability decrease, bond will break. Bond break, stability decrease, right? Here energy decrease, stability increase. So the mantra is, see, energy is inversely proportional to the stability. Whenever system's energy decrease, stability increase. Whenever system's energy increase, stability decrease. So whenever we have the repulsions, bond will break. Whenever we have the attractions, bond will form. Clear? Clear? Right. So the mantra is, you have to remember here. What is the mantra? Energy is inversely proportional to the stability. Energy is inversely proportional to the stability. Clear? Okay. Now, potential energy diagram. Potential energy diagram. Potential energy diagram. Now, diagram is very, very simple. So first of all, I have this. I have the radius here. R means here radius. Potential energy is on y-axis. My radius is on x-axis. Radius is on x-axis. Now remember, here I have